Hi everyone! So today I am thinking about trying out a kind of experimental recipe for sourdough, for just like a really easy, simple sourdough recipe using just a few ingredients and something that is a no-knead recipe, because I really like no-knead recipes because obviously there's no kneading and they're quick and they're just so simple and easy. So I'm gonna try something out today, and I thought I would take you along with me and see if it works. And if it does, I will leave the recipe down, or a link to the recipe, whatever, down in the description box below so you can try it out yourself. If it doesn't work, then you'll know that doing it this way is not a good idea. All right, so let's go. So my sourdough is in the refrigerator now. The plan is to let it sit all night in the fridge, and then tomorrow morning pull it out, probably go ahead and shape it into loaves, and then let it sit for several hours and rise tomorrow. And if I need to reshape it before I bake it and all that, then I can do that too. It's kind of an experiment, like I said, so we're just gonna see how it turns out. So my sourdough starter right here is fed. I did go ahead and do that. Make sure you do remember to feed your sourdough starter after you use it, so that it's not sitting not fed. All right, so I will see you in the morning. so it has been about, let's see, it's 2:34 right now, so it's been about 5.5 hours since this morning. So I'm gonna take this off and show you what these loaves are looking like right now. Obviously, they have flattened out a lot. So what I'm gonna do is reshape them a little bit, make them a little bit more like the shape they were this morning. I'll probably let them sit and rest for about 30 minutes after I do that. And then I will pop them in the oven and bake them, and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, so I have reshaped my loaves. Hopefully you can see that. And I don't want them to sink more, like a lot, before I put them into the oven. So instead of letting them sit for 30 minutes, I'm just letting them rest while my oven preheats. I actually turned it on already. I stuck my stone that I'm going to be baking these on into the oven, and so it'll be really hot obviously by the time the oven is preheated. So when the oven's done, I will probably just take the stone out, completely out, so that I can take these loaves and sit the loaves on to the hot stone, stick it back in the oven, and then bake it for however long it takes for them to cook. I'm not exactly sure how long this is gonna take. My oven tends to cook slowly. If you have I guess an oven that heats normally, then it might only take maybe 30-35 minutes. I have a feeling in my oven it might take a little bit longer, but we'll see. So that is the plan. Okay, so they just came out of the oven. Here they are. I left them in the oven for 40 minutes. It could have been a little bit too long actually, but I'm gonna move them onto a cooling rack and let them cool down, and then later on I can cut them and see what they look like inside. Okay, so I am filming this like a week after the video you just saw. So basically, one of the loaves that I baked, I went ahead and froze maybe 2 or 3 days after I baked it because I wasn't using it up quickly enough. But one of the loaves I used most of to make French toast one day, and we have eaten some of the other loaf as just regular toast with our eggs in the morning, and so that's pretty good. So overall, I think it turned out pretty well. I would like to get the bread a little bit less dense, and maybe using all-purpose flour would help with that since I was using whole wheat white flour. So maybe just playing around with the flour a little bit and just tweaking it a little bit would make it a little bit better. But overall, it wasn't really a flop. So I will be leaving the recipe, the amounts that I used, down in the description box below. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will join me in another video. Bye!